What's up everyone, Arif here. Welcome back to Getting Started in Streaming Advanced Edition. Today we're going to be showing you how to set up NGINX. This is a way for you to set up your own RTMP server, which is a messaging protocol, which is how you send pretty much live stream data over the internet. This will allow you to do a lot of different things, including multiple PC setups. It can actually let you do your own remote streaming, or if you really want to, you can set up your own live streaming service. This is kind of the very foundational units, but it's going to get you up and running in about 5 minutes. This video was actually done in collaboration with my good friend Mark Clowner, who did all of the typing on this. I am not remotely versed enough well in Linux to have done this on my own. So all the stuff you see on the screen today was done by him, and a big shout out to him. Now, let's get you started and let's show you how to set up NGINX on a Raspberry Pi. Just remember, this is a Raspberry Pi I just plugged into a wall, installed Raspbian on. There's no configuration whatsoever on this Pi beyond what comes out of the box. To begin with, you want to open up your terminal on the Raspberry Pi. We are using a Raspberry Pi Model 4 for this one, 8GB edition. You can get away with the 4GB 2. 2 is kind of stretching it, but whatever. You can just try it and see how it goes for you. You want to open up your terminal and you want to type in sudo, S-U-D-O, apt install NGINX. This is going to install NGINX on your Raspberry Pi. The next thing you want to do is install the RTMP module, because it doesn't come with it baked in. They actually charge for it now, but this is being maintained by a separate group of people. But you can type in sudo apt install libnginx-mod-rtmp. This will install your RTMP module. Now that we have that done, we need to actually configure it. Out of the box, it actually does have a configuration file, but if you want to make your own configuration file, you can go with what we're going to show you here. Other than that, you're almost really good to go from this point on, but just follow along just so you know what's going on. We go into the configuration file, and when you want to do this thing from scratch, you need to include a few mandatory things for this RTMP module. You want to include this include tag at the top. This tells it to use the RTMP module. You want to include the events section, and you want to include the RTMP section. These are the very basic units for how you get your RTMP server working. Everything else after this is totally up to you. This will work for a very basic getting started configuration. Of course, you want to put in some security features and all that, but this is it. This is all you need in a very basic install of NGINX. This is why I told you to follow along with the configuration file, because you don't need the HTTP or the email part or anything like that. With your configuration file all set, the last thing you want to do is restart NGINX to take on the new config, and just check the system stats just to make sure everything is working. If you didn't get an error message, then it's all good too. Now, how you make it work with your OBS is you go into your OBS, you pick custom, and then you want to type in RTMP:// like you would for any other web URL, and then you want to type in the computer's internal IP address. If you don't know what the internal is, go into your router. It should start with 192.168.1. something. That will be your computer's internal IP address. And after that, you want to hit /live. This is the application live part. This can be named anything that you want. And then you want to type in anything in the stream key area. We can do test for this example and put /test here, and that's it. That is all you need to get started. You hit the play button and you will see that your NGINX is up and running. Here are the stats that we used for our test run. You can see that the Raspberry Pi was being barely scratched, only 10% CPU usage, and that was with me going full bore at about 15,000 kbps just to see how far I could push it. And the quality on it looked amazing. Well, there you guys have it. That is how you set up NGINX on a Raspberry Pi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. No 20-minute explanation, just quick and dirty, get it done. Guys, this has been Getting Started in Streaming. My name is Arif. If you like this video, maybe check out some other videos in the playlist for the Getting Started in Streaming section, or maybe you want to hit that subscribe button and see some other content I produce for this channel. Other than that, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see all of you on the next video.